They told us cancer was a random twist of fate, bad luck written into our DNA. But RFK's Chemtrails Task Force says otherwise. Their latest leak claims that most cancer today isn't cancer at all. It's a slow burn condition caused by engineered particles drifting through our skies. A new post-1990s illness, different, more aggressive, and deliberately misdiagnosed. Why? Because the so-called cancer industry doesn't need to cure it. They just need to keep the cash flowing. And now the task force has found something worse. A mystery substance detected in the US air for the very first time. If it's what they think it is, we're all in trouble. Before we dive in, a quick word about our partner, VP.net. The next generation of private browsing. VP.net is the only VPN designed with true zero-logging architecture. That means, unlike other VPNs, it literally can't track you. So even if governments or bad actors come knocking, there's nothing to hand over. It's that simple. Your data stays yours, period. First, an urgent message from RFK and the Chemtrails Task Force. Keep recording, keep watching. Every single day, document what's happening in the sky above your head and upload it to X. This is not busy work, this is vital intelligence. The task force is tracking geotagged posts, using your footage and photos as forensic evidence to map and expose active spraying operations. Every post strengthens their case against known offenders, cases that will stand up in court. But they can't do it alone. Right now, we need every set of eyes, every camera, every witness. Stay vigilant, capture it, upload it, and let the Chemtrails Task Force keep building the proof that will bring these criminals down. Arrests have already been made, with plenty more to come. Like the pilot who tried to claim that one wing of his plane was spraying condensation due to atmospheric conditions, while the other wing, in the exact same conditions, mysteriously wasn't. We are sitting on a vast, undeniable library of incontrovertible proof. Our air, our water, our soil, systematically poisoned. Chemicals, heavy metals, nanoparticles, drifting down into our lungs, into our food, into the bodies of our children. The more resistance these criminals face, the harder they work to cover their tracks. Now, we're seeing more covert operations, like spraying under the cover of night, a tactic that's becoming increasingly common.
Sick shit. Alright, that's the moon. Look what we got back here. Yeah. They're spraying at night.
Another common tactic now involves dispensing their chemical filth above the cloud cover, where it's hidden from the naked eye on the ground, out of sight, but still falling into our air, our water, our soil, and still ending up inside you. This latest footage, submitted by Katie Kristen, was taken at 33,000 feet above Chicago. And she asks the question we should all be asking. Since when did the once pristine upper atmosphere look like this? While it's difficult to catch on camera, citizen journalists across the US are reporting the same disturbing phenomenon. Chemical filth drifting down from the upper atmosphere in the form of long web-like strands. They're light, almost invisible until the sun hits them. Then you see it, floating down, settling on crops in rivers in backyards. This isn't nature, this is fallout. And the more they spray above the clouds, the more of it we're finding clinging to everything below. It's invisible, it's toxic, and it's spreading. And according to RFK's Chemtrails Task Force, a mysterious new toxin has been found in American air for the first time, including in some of the most pristine natural environments in the country. MCCPs, chemical cousins of the infamous forever chemicals, have been detected drifting over rural American farmland, remote deserts, and virgin forests. These toxins rise with the heat of the day, then settle into the soil, the water, the crops, and everything else. Chances are you're breathing them in right now. So are your kids, and nobody bothered to tell you. These compounds don't just pass through your body, they invade your fat tissue. And once they're inside you, they stay there. They disrupt your hormones, they trigger disease. Cancer rates, including so-called turbo cancer, have exploded worldwide in recent years. That's not opinion, that's fact. But according to RFK's team, at least 40% of these cases aren't cancer at all. There's something else. A new condition the task force is quietly calling chemtrail-associated proliferative disorder, or CAPD, triggered by the heavy metals and toxins raining down on us in ever-increasing quantities. CAPD hijacks the body's normal cellular processes, causing uncontrolled tissue growth, organ stress, and systemic inflammation, symptoms that mimic cancer so closely most doctors never question the diagnosis. Fatigue, sudden weight loss, immune collapse, it all fits perfectly with the cancer narrative. And that's the problem. Because once you're in the system, the so-called cancer industry doesn't care whether it's really cancer or not. They don't want to cure it, they want to treat it, over and over. CAPD is a goldmine, and every new cancer patient keeps the money flowing.
Cancer is not a reductionistic phenomenon. Cancer is a holistic phenomenon. And when you try to bring a reductionistic methodology like drugs and surgery to bear on a holistic phenomenon, you will completely miss the boat each and every time. You cannot do it. Medical doctors are like colorblind art critics. They can see that that's a boat. They can see the black and white outline, but they're completely blind to all of the colors and textures that make up the substance of the thing. It's no difference with cancer. The reason that people get cancer in the United States and the reason that we have completely lousy outcomes is because medical doctors are driving the research bus. When women get together and do a 5K run for breast cancer, all of that money, do you think any of that money goes to nutritional research? Do you think any of that money goes to homeopathic research or acupuncture or traditional Chinese medicine or naturopathic research? No. All of it goes to drugs and surgery, which do not work. Now, why aren't those women running for selenium? If every girl in this country took 200 micrograms of selenium, in one generation we'd eliminate breast cancer by 82%. That's a big number. Why aren't we doing that? Because medicine in the United States is a for-profit industry, and most people are completely unaware of this, and most people bow down to the altar of MD-directed high-tech medicine at their own demise.
The fact is, we're all looking in the wrong places for a cure for cancer. The news that we are being poisoned and many of us are dying due to the spraying might sound hard to stomach, but there is an upside. Unlike traditional cancer, real cancer, CAPD is easy to end. When the spraying stops, when the mRNA is controlled, the numbers will plummet back to Earth. So say the cutting-edge research scientists with the Chemtrails Task Force. That's the goal, and it's on the horizon. In the meantime, the team is working on a breakthrough, an all-natural product to strip the body of the worst byproducts of the spraying. We'll tell you more after this important word from our sponsor. Today's sponsor is pillsforever.com. If you think Big Pharma have your best interests at heart, think again. The price of medicine in America has skyrocketed, and there are certain medicines Big Pharma don't want you to know about. That's why I've partnered with pillsforever.com. All of their FDA-approved medicines are the cheapest you'll find anywhere. More importantly, you can order medicines that Big Pharma don't want you to have, such as ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, and fenbendazole. Speaking of fenbendazole, not only does it get rid of parasites that live inside your body, there have been studies that show fenbendazole can help with cancer. Listen to this bombshell interview with Mel Gibson, who says 3 of his friends who had terminal cancer were cured by the very same ivermectin and fenbendazole available at pillsforever.com.
I have 3 friends. All 3 of them had stage 4 cancer. All 3 of them don't have cancer right now at all. And they had some serious stuff going on.
And what did they take?
Jesus. They took some, what you've heard they've taken.
Ivermectin?
Fenbendazole.
Fenbendazole, yeah. Yeah, I'm hearing that a lot.
They drank hydrochloride something or other.
Get 15% off using coupon code PeoplesVoice at the checkout. Please click the link below this video to take advantage of this fantastic offer. Right now, one of the biggest cracks yet in the official wall of silence. The UK government was forced to admit it. They're funding part of the elite's diabolical plan to block the sun, the very source of all life on Earth. But it's not just Britain. Other governments are in on it. They just haven't been exposed yet. Look at WF-infiltrated Australia, where more and more people are waking up to what's being done in their skies. The spray patterns, the chemical fallout, it's all part of the same global operation.
I've never seen anything before like this in my life. Take a look, guys. The ring around the sun is phenomenal. So I heard stories when I was a kid about rings around the moon and whatnot, meaning that there was going to be rain, and like however big the ring was or how many rings they were was how much rain you were going to get. But never heard anything about rings around the sun before.
The elites tell us they're fixing climate change, fighting global warming, making the world a better place. But peel back the PR and you'll find the truth. They're engineering the sky, rewriting the atmosphere, and poisoning the very systems that keep us alive. And we can't say we haven't been warned. Decades ago, Dr. John Coleman sounded the alarm. By 2050, the elite plans have eliminated 4 billion people through limited wars, engineered pandemics, and fast-acting diseases. And when you factor in manufactured crises in energy, food and water, the picture gets even darker. Every system we depend on is being turned into a weapon. Every solution they offer is just another step towards the same outcome: control the resources and control the people. As leading physicist and Princeton professor Dr. William Happer put it, the war on CO2 is really a war on people. And when you see who's funding these operations and what's falling out of the skies, it's hard not to agree.
So if CO2 is demonized, it's really demonizing people. That's the essence of it. If you really scratch the surface of these fanatics, that's what they really hate. They hate people. And so the whole thing is nuts. You know, CO2, if you look at the geological history of the Earth, has always gone up and down. We're actually in a CO2 famine today compared to geological history. Over most of the modern history of geology, the last 500 million years or so, the Earth is much older than that, but CO2 levels have been 3 times, 4 times, 5 times higher over most of that period of time. And the only real effect you can see from CO2 today is that the whole Earth is getting greener. Plants are having a much easier time growing, especially in arid regions of the Earth, than they used to have with lower CO2 levels. And more will be better.
The war on CO2 is really a war on people. And so is the big pharma scam: chemotherapy, radiation, and endless treatments. Designed to fail, but not before draining the patients of their life savings and their power. Because control is the real goal. And now, the spray from the sky triggering CAPD is just another gift to the cancer industry. Another revenue stream for an empire built on sickness, not health. On keeping people dependent, fearful, and powerless.
Chemotherapy is a hoax and a scam perpetuated by big pharma to make money at the expense of people who suffer. Chemotherapy prolongs life about 2 to 3 months. 2 to 3 months. That's the sum benefit. For some cancers, such as gastric cancer, it actually reduces life expectancy. Chemotherapy has been shown to help cancer spread. It causes metastases. It helps cancer cells spread. It also activates cancer stem cells. So chemotherapy seems to do the worst things possible that you would want. Doesn't save lives, but it generates billions of dollars. These chemotherapy drugs cost patients over $100,000 a year, and about 50 to 60% of patients with cancer get into financial problems and become insolvent because of the cost of their medication. So we actually more recently think that the combination of ivermectin and mebendazole or fenbendazole is probably a very effective combination as first-off therapy for the treatment of cancer. A whole host of over-the-counter medications as well as cheap prescription drugs that are very effective against cancer. We need to test them.
For years, people have spoken about the illnesses caused by chemtrails, only to be dismissed by the media as paranoid conspiracy theorists. But now, RFK's Chemtrails Task Force is breaking taboos and pushing groundbreaking research forward. Chemtrail-associated proliferative disorder, CAPD, is on the verge of being officially recognized. We may finally be closer to the day when real justice can be served. In the meantime, keep recording and uploading your footage of the crimes happening in our skies. You might think your posts don't go viral, but every single geotagged video and photo is invaluable. Everyone helps build the data the task force needs to hold the perpetrators accountable. And remember, there are finely calibrated all-natural products coming soon, developed in collaboration with the task force, designed to help humanity survive this dangerous chapter, before our skies are once again natural and clear. Stay tuned. These are critical times, and here at TBV Towers, we're determined to expose the elite and hold them to account before it's too late. Join us in our mission to wake up the masses by subscribing to the channel and joining the People's Voice Locals community to join our amazing team. I hope to see you there.